Camera number 200. Yes, 200 we've reached. And so to celebrate, I thought we'd do something a little bit special. Or at least for me it's special. It's a Rollei, and it's a Rollei Magic. And it's an automatic Rollei where the light meter controls both the aperture and the shutter speeds. The shutter speeds apparently go from 30th to 300th of a second, but it's fully automated, so you literally just point the camera, focus, and as long as the meter can get a reading, it will take the correct exposure, or that's the theory anyway. We'll find out whether that's the case when we look at the images at the end of the video. So just running through some of the functions of the camera. So the lens hood comes off, so we can see our lens. It's a 75mm lens, 3.5 Zenar, and so that's the viewing lens, the taking lens. Sorry, that's the viewing lens, which is a Hyder's matte, or something like that. And then we have our focus ring, and interestingly, the focus is internal, so it doesn't pop out like the Rollei cord that I had for earlier. So that's an improvement. And then the other button here is for the times when we want to go off automatic. Yes, we can go off automatic, but we only have bulb and 1/30th of a second. And the idea is that by sliding this lever, which unfortunately is a bit loose at the moment, so I'm going to have to just tighten it up. But if we rotate it and go into a red area, that will allow us to use flash at 1/30th of a second. But then if we rotate the dial, let's see if we can just do it. There we go. If we go to a green area, we then get apertures, but we only have bulb mode, so it will stay open for as long as we keep the shutter, which is the shutter actuation button there where my thumb is. So yes, we can control, but we are very limited to 1/30th of a second. So it really is an automatic camera predominantly. Okay, while we're on this side, actually I'll just put that back if I can. Put it back into automatic. There we go. Oops. There we go. Just about it. Yes, it's this dial here. It seems to be loose. It needs just to be tightening up the central bits there. In the meantime, we'll look at the side here. So we have our Film Advance crank, and then our film counter. You get 12 exposures from a roll of 120 film, and the way we put our film in is by unlocking the film door by sliding it, and then lifting the latch, and then pulling it open, and then place our film here, and then our take-up spool is located here. How we get our spools in and out, very nice little feature here. You press the button, it lifts out, and then allows us to take a roll out, or put our film in. And then we just advance it to the backing paper has the arrows or start, and then we close our door, lock it, and then we would advance it to frame 1, which of course it won't do because there's no film in. On the other side, nothing really apart from a flash bracket. I think I've done the top, so let's just look at the light meter. I don't know whether we can show that. Yeah, there we go, just about. You might just be able to make out a little red area there, and there's a little red area there. And as long as the light meter, which is a match needle, goes between that, the camera can correctly expose. We set our film speed by this little dial here, just press it down and rotate it. And then of course to lift up our viewfinder, simply lift it up and it pops open. Very bright viewfinder, I must say. Has the grid lines, this particular. There are others you can fit. And then we have our magnifier, which pops out. Or if we want to go further, we can use our sports mode. And, oops, can't see that. There we go. By pushing the part of the lid out of the way. Now I can't remember how we get it back in, so I think we just press, there we go. It goes back in. There we can see the screen a bit better there, can't you? Okay, push it down. Now the hood does come off by pressing the two lugs here. I think it should lift off. There we go. There's the lid, and then we can change our screen if we want to by simply sliding it out and replacing it. Otherwise, we just slide it back on. Press the buttons. There we go, and it's back in place. Restored to its former glory. There we go. So that's it. That is camera number 200 of 365.